Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. You are watching United TNT and this is Kaustubh. It's been a week from our last video. A lot of things have happened. A lot of things have not happened at United. So today's video is all about a recap of the last week. Our game against West Ham, which we sadly drew 1-1. We could not get those 5 wins in a row. I know a lot of people are talking about 5 wins in a row as if it's something very, very big. But I think it's mostly because of that dude who's not getting a haircut from over 495 days now. And I think the hype around winning 5 matches is solely because of that. On other end, United women have won 7 matches in a row, and we don't hear about that. So we will deep dive into how our performance was against West Ham, what is currently happening at United. We have had a good 14-day break. Our last match was Wednesday, right? And now the next match that we play will be on a Monday night against Everton at the new Hill Dickinson Stadium. So let's see how the team has been preparing. What are the good things that we can talk about? Benjamin Sesko's late winner, Lisandro Martinez's influence, the growing influence that he's had on the team. All of this will be covered in this video, in my opinion, about all things United. So keep watching. So first things first, coming to our match against West Ham at the London Stadium. As you all know, we had covered this, that West Ham is a tricky opponent for Manchester United. We did not win a game at the London Stadium for the last 3 to 4 visits, is what I remember. And sadly, we couldn't win this time as well. United were on a great run, 4 matches, back-to-back victories, matches against Man City, Arsenal, 2 of the top teams in the Premier League, not just this season, but for the last 2 to 3 seasons. So all of us were buzzing for a United victory, but sadly it was a 1-1 draw. It was not a comfortable draw. It was not a draw that West Ham probably scored at the end and got the 2 points away from us. It was the other way around. United were struggling. I think the first half was a dull affair overall. Not a lot of chances, couple of saves from Sonny Lemons from the Somerville shot outside the penalty area. That was a flying save, and I think it was a good save by Sonny Lemons. Other than that, the first half was pretty dead. Not a lot of chances created by both the teams, so it was even first half. In the second half, I think we lost the first goal in the 50th minute itself. Souček goal. I don't know how this guy always comes up in clutch matches. Thomas Souček, a great midfielder. He has done wonderfully well for West Ham over these years. And I think I really respect how he carries himself and his demeanor. And I think, again, he was spot on for that goal. I think post that is when United came to life and we started piling on some pressure. By the end of it, the 65% possession shows that United were dominant in the game. We had nearly double the number of passes in the match, around 650 to West Ham's 349. We had more shots on goal, 9 shots on goal, 8 of them on target compared to West Ham's 7 and 5. In the second half, I think we were creating a lot of chances. The Casemiro goal was actually offside, right? And it was fairly offside, but it was just by a whisker. Probably if there was no VAR, that goal would have been given and we would have been 1-1 and then probably win the match by 2-1. But I think that's why VAR is there. The fine margins are what VAR is for, and I think it was a goal offside. Yes, all of us were celebrating that Casemiro has scored again. It would have been his 5th goal of the season, or the 6th goal of the season, I think, and he would have deserved it. But I think the goal was fairly offside, and after that, we still piled on some more pressure. Bruno Fernandes was at the heart of the things. He was one of our better performers alongside Kobe Mainoo again. Xerxes' chance in the 93rd minute was a whisker away from getting us to 1-1. And I think all the United fans thought that the match is gone and we do not have any scope of another attack. But then came that cross from Ryan Mbeumo and Sesko's intrinsic touch. And what a goal it was. I think all of us erupted in a crazy shout out. Here in India, I was watching the match at 4 a.m. in the morning because that's the time difference here. And I think I was shouting on top of my voice when that goal went in. My neighbors would have shouted on me for sure. I did not hear them because I was shouting myself. But a perfect goal, a wonder goal by Sesko. A lot of pundits have told that that touch by Seśko was class. It was class, and hats off to Seśko for coming on as a substitute again and giving us those points. With Fulham, he got us 2 more points. With West Ham last time, he got us 1 point. So single-handedly, this guy has gotten us 3 points in the last 15 available. Before that, with Burnley, it was his 2 goals that got us that draw against Burnley as well at 2-2. So Seśko has been performing well, and thank God for him that we got that goal. And our streak of not losing a match now is going to around 11 games. Manchester United lost a game against Brighton in the FA Cup. Post that, we've not lost a game. It's been 6 games now. Previous to that, if we remove the FA Cup and if we go back in the Premier League, and I think it's been 12 games that we've not lost a game. So a good run for Manchester United. Seśko keeping Carrick's 100%, not losing a match record intact. So 4 wins, 1 draw. Carrick is smiling still. But with the form that we were in and with the momentum that United had, I think the draw felt like a loss. This is a feeling that all the United fans are very well aware of from the 2000s and the early 2010s, that if United used to draw a match, we would feel that we've lost it. Since the last 5 games, that feeling has come back, that this draw feels like a loss. And I think that's credit to the players and the manager, what they've done over the last 5 games. But sadly, it was a draw for us. We are still 4th on the table. Chelsea have closed the gap. Liverpool have closed the gap, with both of them winning their penultimate matches over the mid-game week. So yeah, I think West Ham game, I would be not really happy with the draw because I thought we would win. But sadly, it's a draw. So let's take it on the chin and let's see what we will do against Everton, which is a Monday night game on the 23rd of Feb at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Now, this is the FA Cup weekend. So obviously, United fans and United players are chilling at home because we do not have any matches. We have gone out of the FA Cup in the 3rd round itself. And this is where it becomes sad that United have no matches for at least 14 days. Our last match with West Ham and the next match with Everton will have a 2-weekend gap because we play on a Monday. So other than that, I think the team is preparing well. There are a lot of training sessions that I'm seeing on the United website. The team is prepping well for the Everton game. However, there was talk that because of this long break and people wanting the players to be fit, we were thinking of playing some matches in the Saudi Arabia or Qatar for that matter, flying all the players there, all the first team players there, and having a charity match or a practice match kind of a sort of thing in Saudi Arabia. But sadly, that did not happen. I was very excited. Had that happened, I would have surely flown down to Saudi Arabia, be it Riyadh or Qatar, be it Doha, and watched United play some charity event matches. But sadly, that's not happening. So United players are in Carrington training for the upcoming Everton game. In other news, Michael Carrick has won the Manager of the Month award for January, a big feat for a new interim manager. In his first 2 matches, he had defeated Manchester City and Arsenal, and I think he was voted the Manager of the Month for January. So I think a big kudos to Michael Carrick and what he has done since the time he has taken up the interim role at Manchester United. So a job well done for Michael Carrick. I think a lot of praises has already been sent towards him, and this is just cementing that whole aura that he has right now, that he has done a wonderful job. So congratulations to Michael Carrick for winning the Manager of the Month for January. In other news, as I said in the beginning of this video, Manchester United women have won 7 matches in a row. The last match that they won was their Champions League affair. This is the 5th time that they have won 5 matches in a row since the time Manchester United men's team has not won 5 matches in a row, right? So yes, everyone is waiting for United men to do that 5 in a row game. On the other hand, the women's team has done it 5 times in 5 different occasions, and currently they are sitting on a 7-game unbeaten run. So congratulations to United. Other than that, I think I wanted to have a small debate on 2 of our players. Benjamin Sesko and Lisandro Martinez. I think there has been a lot of talk, firstly, about Benjamin Sesko. Since the time he came to United, have we overpaid for a striker? Again, it's a 75 million price tag that he came from Germany, right? But does he justify that cost? There was a lot of talk between Viktor Gyökeres and Benjamin Sesko. Sesko was going to Arsenal and Gyökeres was coming to United because of Ruben Amorim and his strong links with Viktor Gyökeres. However, Arsenal went ahead with the Gyökeres deal and Manchester United signed Benjamin Sesko. I think for the first 10 to 15 games, Sesko was very silent. He did not have a lot of touches. He did not have a lot of freedom. He probably just scored 2 goals. I think currently his goal tally is 6, and 4 of them have been scored in the last 5 matches. So yes, he had just scored 2 goals in his 15 to 20 matches that he started for United or came off from the bench. So it was not a dream start for him. It was not the start that any Manchester United fan was expecting. Everyone wanted a striker that would go all guns blazing and give us those 20 goals a season or a 25 goal a season. However, that is something that we can see in Brian Mbeumo and how he is doing that. Because right now, our number 9 is Brian Mbeumo. How he plays, how Michael Carrick is using him, how Ruben Amorim in a lot of games used him. But Benjamin Sesko was someone who was just lurking behind the first striker, which was Brian Mbeumo, and learning his trade in the Premier League. And I think all that training and the hard work that he had done over those 4 to 5 months is now coming to show. Since the time from the Burnley game away at Turf Moor, he had scored those 2 wonderful goals. Post that, he came on against, I think, Fulham, scored at the Stretford end, got us the win at 3-2. He came again on the West Ham game, got us the draw 1-1, right? So in the last 5 to 6 matches that he has either started or coming off from the bench, mostly coming off from the bench, he has scored 4 goals. So that's a very good return for a player who is not playing the entire 90 minutes, but is making sure that whatever minute that he's playing, he's actually performing. And if you see the number of minutes that he's played, he is averaging 1 goal every 48 minutes he's on the pitch. So that's a phenomenal record for a striker. And I think he is the striker for the future. In the next 2 to 3 years, we will see the Benjamin Sesko and why he was bought, what was the potential that was seen. Right now, I can't compare him to an Erling Haaland, but probably 2-3 years down the line, yes, he might be at that caliber and we will be relishing the goals that he will score because he is a goal scorer. He is scoring goals from outside the penalty area, inside the D, poaching goals where he is just lurking behind the second striker and tapping in goals as well. So I think he has all the qualities to become an excellent goal scorer. And I think we all are starting to see some of those tricks and traits coming to play with Benjamin Sesko. And I sincerely hope that in the next remaining 10 to 12 games, Sesko is given more game time so that we can actually see what's the capability that this guy has. And I'm 100% sure that he will prove everyone who trusted in him right and everyone who doubted him wrong. Because the kind of goals that he scored for the last 2 seasons in the German Bundesliga were amazing. The long range shots, the runs that he was making, all of them were exquisite goals. And I think Benjamin Sesko is the future for United. So please watch out for this guy. And Lisandro Martinez, I think the most emotional player that we have right now in our squad. He wears his heart on his sleeve whenever he gets on the pitch. I think he mentioned in his interview that the last injury that he had gotten, he was out for 6 to 8 months. He thought he will never play football again. And I think because now he's come back after that injury, you see even more passion in his play. And he shows that. I think I cannot tell you that what are his statistics probably right now, but I see that in his gameplay and in his eyes, what it means for him to play for United, how commanding he is in his position, how good leadership skills that he has right now, telling people what to do, where to be on the field, who to mark. He is that manager, or he is that the lieutenant on the field who was giving directions to his team to do things rightly. So I think Lisandro Martinez and Harry Maguire right now have a perfect partnership at the center back for United. I'm really sad that Ruben Amorim could not probably have these two as his centre back pairing. Maybe things would have been different because they are working as a team, and it's a solid defense that we have with Shaw and Dalot on either side. And it could have been Mazraoui, could have been Dorgu, it could have been anyone else for that matter. But these two right now are doing the job for us. And I think Lisandro Martinez has a big commanding presence in our backline, in our dressing room, and people are listening to him. And I think that's a very, very good trait to have in a central defender in a team. So watch out for Lisandro Martinez. I think he is a gem of a player, and I sincerely hope and wish that he does not get injured anytime soon, because we need his aggression and raw power on the pitch, supporting United, making sure that United is winning games. So Licha Martinez, please, please, please stay fit for the rest of the season, because we want you to perform. And when you perform, United win games. So keep doing that. And now I think prepping up for the Everton game is our next agenda. We will be covering this pre-match build-up to the Everton game at Hill Dickinson Stadium. The first time we will be going to the new Everton Stadium. We always had good memories at the old Everton Stadium, which is Goodison Park, which is not their home now anymore. And I am sincerely hoping that we get a winning start to the new Everton Stadium as well. Our form against Everton has been ish, right? We have not won a lot of games in the recent past, but our history at probably the Goodison Park was very good. We used to win games there very easily, and I wish we do that again. This time we will have a pre-match build up to that. Till then, keep watching. If you feel that these comments and these suggestions, please do write in, and please comment on chat as well. Till then, keep watching ggmu.